Can you get a VA loan if you have bad credit? The question should be asked, what is bad credit, right? Like people think, I have my credit's below 700. Is that bad credit? My credit's below 600. What is bad credit? A recent survey said that 90% of veterans or military members think they can't use their VA loan if their credit's below 670. Well, what does the VA say? The minimum credit score is going to be set by most lenders. Some lenders will say that's 620. Some lenders will say that's 580. Some lenders will say that's 640 or whatever it is. So you need to, when you're working with your lender, if your credit is down in the low 600s, you're going to need to discuss that with your lender. What is the minimum credit score? You may need to do some things to fix your credit or whatever, but the VA officially says there's no minimum credit score. It's up to the lender. I would say the lower your credit is, the more expensive that loan's going to be for you. So if you have some time and your credit is lower, you may want to do a little bit of credit repair to try and save some money. If your credit is low because you have late mortgage payments showing up on your credit report, then you're going to have some issues. If your credit report or your credit score is low because you have some bankruptcy or foreclosure history, there's going to be a time you're going to have to wait to be able to do that. The mortgage late payments, you're going to have to wait 12 months of having a clean mortgage history or not have those in the previous 12 months. If you have a bankruptcy, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you're going to have to wait 2 years. If it's a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you're going to have to wait at least a year since the discharge of that. If you have a foreclosure, in most cases, you're going to have to wait 2 years. And if there's a foreclosure on a VA loan, your entitlement's may be affected, so you're going to have to discuss that with your lender. Here's the big difference between a VA loan and an FHA loan or those kind of things credit-wise. If you have a lower credit score, there's a manual underwrite process that takes place, in which there's going to be you're going to need compensating factors. One of those things is called residual income, which is a huge important deal in a VA loan and makes the VA loan different than FHA or conventional. Residual income is the amount of money you have left over after all of your payments, including child care, home maintenance, all those kind of things. So they basically take your income, subtract your taxes, your child care payments, all those kind of things, add in some fees for home maintenance or estimated home maintenance costs. And then what's left over is your residual income. And each part of the country has a different amount of residual income required. And this is based on your family size and so on and so forth. If your residual income is well above what the debts you're paying, you're in good shape. That really helps with your loan if you have lower credit. The other kind of things that can really help that are called compensating factors if your credit is a bit lower are having a minimal amount of debt that you're required to pay each month. Having a long job history of being on the same job for a long time, making a little bit of extra money and those kind of things. And then having a substantial amount of assets or extra money for what's called reserves, meaning after your down payment and closing costs, are you going to have some money left in the bank that adds up to a couple of monthly mortgage payments? So having good compensating factors, having good residual income, if you have those kind of things, your credit, your loan still has a shot at being approved even if you have lower credit. If you had a down payment, those kind of things. So what I would say is don't discount yourself based on your credit. If your credit is lower, again, the VA has no minimum credit score. Find a lender that's willing to work with you. Make sure you have some of these extra compensating factors, like some extra money in the bank after your down payment or closing costs. Again, you're not required to have a down payment. Make sure you've been on your job a little bit longer, and make sure you've cut your expenses down, and you should be able to get approved for a VA loan. I'd love to help you. If you're in the military and interested in buying a home, please reach out and let's talk. My name's Tony Byrne. I'm with Heritage Home Loans.